Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 3 of X-Men 97. Our two-part premiere last week was fantastic. I absolutely loved the way they've updated, but also kept things feeling very much the same. The action, though, with the new animation style is just popping off. They're giving such love to all of these characters, especially Cyclops, who, like I talked about last time as well, has kind of just been getting shafted over the last few decades, man. So it was really awesome seeing him kind of get to pull off some really badass moves and stuff like that. Last episode, though, Storm has now lost her powers. Magneto is very much so kind of reaffirmed his stance that he's committed, at least seemingly, to Charles's vision and keeping that up, that he was honored with that role, with that legacy, and he's taking it seriously. On top of that, the episode ended with the revelation that a Jean has appeared at the manor asking for help, and lo and behold, one of them just had a baby. So which one's the real one? Who knows? But guys, let's go ahead and hop into this episode. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for reacting the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and try to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. With that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3. Here we go. Fire made flesh. Okay.
Mind is dense, vague and uncertain memories.
Oh,
as if her
whoa.
awareness was born only yesterday. I see a den of confusion and pain. Then escape, alone. Finally, purpose and hope.
Oh, if it's her mind's fragmented, maybe that's why she's like, I need the X-Men and not Scott or anyone but. Oh,
Darling, are you all right?
look who that
Fine,
was.
Scott.
This isn't gonna get confusing or anything. Let's call this mystery gal in the bed Jean Doe. All in favor?
Every moment is a new and shocking valuation of all we have ever been. My friends, words will
You
fail
still
to
only
prepare
get
you,
one vote,
but
buddy.
The Jean that lies on this couch would appear to be the actual Jean Grey.
What do you mean, the actual Jean Grey?
I used gamma rays to isolate the hemoglobic properties of both genes' genetic markers, effectively carbon dating each woman on a cellular level.
Jean Doe is older, the proper age.
Yours, while identical, is not.
Oh, there it is.
But I have memories. Her mind, it's just fragments.
It was probably put into you.
Scott, tell them.
Oop.
Scott?
Beast, confirm your test.
Enough
Oh,
tests.
wow.
I am Jean Grey, member of the X-Men, one of the first. I fought by your side in countless battles, given my life how many times? You know me.
Just makes me wonder, at what point did they get swapped out?
Storm would have believed me.
Unfortunately, memories are fallible.
He's fine. Beast
Manipulatable.
tests won't change the fact that I'm Nathan's mother.
I mean, that's a fact, at least.
We should have left when we had the chance. We could still leave.
Jean Grey. Are you Jean?
Hello? Who's there?
Answers.
There is a certain someone who was very interested and obsessed with their genealogy and their potential progeny. This would be one way to try to secure that if certain hands are involved.
Oh, my stars and garters. Scott, you have to get Nathan.
Hank, what's wrong?
Scientists, like artists, have signatures to their work. I know who cloned Jean. A man so dark and twisted he can be described as nothing other than
Sinister?
sinister.
Who are you?
Most refer to me as Mr. Sinister.
Oh,
You
shit.
can call me Father.
You! Get away from us!
Wow. Let's go.
You've brought nothing but pain into our lives. Kidnapping us, running your science experiments just so you could use our genes to create... You
Yep.
and our son, Nathan.
Yes, that's why Remy. Only I can usher you and your son to your royal destiny.
You'll come nowhere near my son.
Every cell in you belongs to me. Your mind, your body. You have no choice.
Yeah, he's probably got her programmed.
Time to wake up, my queen. Struggle, of course, is quite useless. My influence over your mind is flawless.
Oh, whoa. Whoa! Love the color palette swap. The old school outfit.
Mommy's busy.
That's not creepy at all. Yo! Let's go.
Tell me your dark desire.
They shall know my inferno.
Hot damn.
Rematch then? Well, let's look at the schedule and see who's up next. Looks like Magneto and Rogue have the Danger Room next. And all tomorrow too. Wow. Rogue's really training her stamina with the new boss.
Don't say that.
What kind of stamina? I forgot to mention that in the recap too. Got a little history kind of coming up between those two that we haven't been privy to in this timeline at least. Oh no. Are we gonna get some horror movie shit? Yeah, we definitely are. Gonna have a room dedicated to each one, their insecurities creeping in.
Do you see that?
Logan? One too many redheads for you. Here, need some help with those hard-to-reach spaces.
Always with the jokes, eh, Morph? As if I don't know. As if we all
Oh, wow.
You say it ain't so.
Oh, ew, whoa.
I found myself a real man, a hero.
This is some wicked shit, though. Whoa! Woo!
Liar.
Holy shit!
Not you. Not again.
Aww.
Nathan? No! This can't be good.
Ah!
Your merits, my boy. Failed to sire a child with the proper wife. Failed to lead the team.
You abandoned me, Bishop. Where's your home? When is your time? Where you belong, brother.
No! You're not real!
Savior!
No, don't look anymore. Don't look.
This is not my son.
Oh!
What was that thing?
Why is it not targeting Jubilee? Ah!
I think one of us has the wrong floor.
Cyclops, it's like the worst horror movie ever. The whole mansion's possessed.
Gambit can never unsee that. Downstairs, now!
What the heck is going on?
Haven't you figured it out? We're in hell.
Oh, whoa. This music is fucking wicked, too.
This is the clone! Roberto, look out!
Beware the Jabberwock, my son! Help, please!
Yo, Cyclops, hit me!
Hell yeah, man.
Time for an exorcism, punks!
Hell yeah, man. God damn. Fuck him up. Bishop is badass, man.
You're welcome.
Whoa. Devil Sentinels. This is the, I mean, it's the gown, but I don't trust everything we see right now. But, yeah, okay. It's gotta be. undoing all of this mess. Aww.
Pathetic. What does he even see in you?
God damn.
Sinister's controlling you. You don't have to do this.
Who doesn't? Me? Who am I? Say my name, Scott. No? Allow me. I am beyond Jean Grey, beyond the XMen. I am scorn and fury, forged in righteous brimstone. I am the Goblin Queen.
And she's taking that baby.
What works for you if you follow? My suggestion? Don't.
God damn.
Sinister's the most evil man who ever existed. He was a scientist in the 1800s. Then he started cutting up mutants, stealing our DNA to enhance himself. He can even take away their will.
Oh, wow. Oh.
The voices! There's too many!
She must not remember how to entirely control her powers. The sheer magnitude of her psychic abilities are overwhelming her.
How could I lead the team when I can't even protect my own son?
Sinister has plagued us far too long, and it is time the madman pay for his malevolent appropriations.
I'll show you where he is.
Are you sure, Morph?
I'm not gonna let him hurt anyone.
Rogue, Wolverine, Beast, tend to our wounded. I will lead the others in a surgical strike.
Fine. Lead the way.
Let's go.
Do you know why you are my greatest prize? The combination of your parents' unique genetics makes your potential unlimited. But first, you must be made invulnerable. A new breed of perfect creations will be born this night by my will and genius.
Wow. That's not spooky at all.
Remember, Jean is Sinister's victim too. She's under his control.
Better listen. I know not what I do. I knew you'd follow, Scott. It's all you do.
Fight, Sinister. Use the powers of your mind.
I do not want to fight you, Conrad.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to fight
Nice.
you either. I want you to fight for me.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Yes, my queen. I am
Dude, I love how we are using Morph to get all these cameos, though. My lord, this animation. And
I applaud your magnetism, but my telekinetic charm extends beyond mere metal.
yeah.
Look at you, a villain playing dress up as a hero. I should have you as a toy.
Oh, whoa.
I'm sorry. I didn't want it.
Wow.
You'll bleed too, darling.
You'll bleed too. You'll bleed too.
Concentrate on my mind, Jeannie. Just my mind. Right here. I'm right here. Remember who you are. What you mean to us. To me.
Logan, I remember you.
Keep going.
I mean all that to you.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
More.
Scott, he's in danger. I have to go.
Your body is in no condition.
Beast, please. My body won't be an issue. This ends now.
Oh, hell yeah.
You took my face, my husband, my family, and now my mind. Enough violation! I was Phoenix. Me, power incarnate. Power? Is that all you can remember?
Oh, wow.
Is she here?
They say I think too much.
All I do is think too.
Aww.
Let me help you. Can you tell me who I am? Can you say which of these memories are yours and which are mine? We are what we remember. And you remember nothing. You are nothing!
Oh, whoa. Oh my lord.
Nathan, how could I forget? He's more than a memory. He's a living reminder of the purest love two people can share. This is the greatest moment of my life.
Oh, freed her.
Let's go save Nathan.
All right, let's go. I do want to know when she took over, though.
What? Impossible.
You stay away from our son. Your powers are nothing against mine.
Ladybird, Ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire, and your child all gone.
Oh God, Nathan.
Oh, what the? Oh no.
You monster! What have you done?
It's a techno-organic virus.
Yeah.
Sinister's variant is too advanced. It could take months, even years to develop a cure.
So what you're saying is not here, not in our time. But what if there's a cure in yours, Bishop?
I do know a guy there. Smart. Can build anything. This band only got enough juice for Nathan and I.
We can't go with you.
Oh, no. There has to be another way. I won't be like my father. I won't abandon my son.
We said we'd give him the best possible future. It's what we promised.
Don't any of you know how it feels to be abandoned? I won't have him feel that. I can't be a part of this. I'm sorry.
Well, that sets up a lot of things. Brings us full circle in a couple as well.
No, in our time here, we thought about you endlessly. How your voice would sound, your laughter, how you'd smile. We love you so much, Nathan, but owe you nothing less than the best possible future. And that is one without us in it. This is your home, too.
How much do you remember?
Most everything.
Then you know how much I've wanted to go. We don't know when Sinister switched us. Who really was the Phoenix? Which of us married Scott?
That sucks.
An unknowable future built on an unknowable past.
My next life will be mine.
Take care,
Jean. Call me Madeline Pryor.
There it is.
Farewell, Madeline.
Awkward.
Oh, it's another hot one, Dallas, with no relief in sight.
Shame about the weather, but I wouldn't give if someone could just make it rain.
Speak plainly. Who are you?
Name's Forge, Storm.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a friend of Charles Xavier. I'd like to help you get back what you've lost.
Oh? Okay, let's do it. God damn, man. I was the wrong mouse. Oops. Dude, that was badass. We got all of the revelations. The only thing that, like, honestly, and it's something that at least they acknowledge that I wanted to know personally, is just to know where the timeline did they get swapped. We've had Jean, disappear, feign death, whatever, a couple of times, so like any one of those are prime instances where she could have been swapped out. The fact that they addressed the fact that neither of them really know, because of their mental connection, all of their memories, what she was lacking, what has been, transferred into Madeline has now also been returned. Now they just both remember all the same shit. So now neither one of them really knows where one begins and the other ends. It's really interesting. It's gotta be mind-wrecking. But I like that they came to it at a very healthy place. They were able to free her. Obviously, being the X-Men being who they are, Jean being who she is. Like, she didn't feel hurt, betrayed, whatever, or angry about this person that has been living her life. She just wanted to help. She was able to break her free from Sinister's control, give her life back, and also unlock her own memories. And I like that. You know, a lot of that too, it gave Logan something to do in this episode that wasn't just like screaming and being thrown at demons. When he was able to be there for Jean, be her anchor. At the same time, it just kind of further exacerbates that whole pain that he keeps putting him through by hanging on to this. Like, you know, her getting to touch and taste and feel just how deep his care and love is for her. Just to know that that was enough to bring her back. But it's still, you know, she still pines for Scott. You know, at the end of the day, that's just, it's just that road's not going to get crossed, and he just keeps putting himself in front of that bullet, man. But I'm curious to see how that all pans out, though. The whole sequence with her invading the mansion, their minds, and playing their fears against themselves, Morphs, was messed up, especially considering everything that happened before. Also, it shows Morph's growth as well because of what they've been through, what Morph has endured, as well as being in a position where they can relate quite easily to what Madeline is going through. That's one of the things that got Morph to really just kind of jump on board and be adamant about, I'm not backing down. Everybody else was like, we understand if you can't do this. And Morph was adamant about going through with this. They don't want anybody else to go through what they went through. Like, and I like that too, man. It seemed that Madeline focused in on Sunspot because Jubilee was just sitting there and was like, what the hell's going on? She could see the manifestations. She could see the vision, but she wasn't like the target of it. Like, I didn't see anything that was like specifically meant to mess with her mind. Maybe I missed something, but it seemed very fixated on Roberto. And Jubilee just kept popping that thing left and right, split it straight in half. It was just viscera and just the horrific elements of this as Madeline was really channeling that hell spawn kind of goblin energy that she called herself, like the Goblin Queen, while she's making off with this baby. Very labyrinth. And just the visual aesthetic, the color palette swap, especially when she Sailor Mooned into her villainess outfit, which was nice, by the way. I love that whole thing. The battle sequence in the pit of hell, and then Jean awakening and help it pull them out of that. You know, and then on top of everything else too, we have Storm's story progressing as she's kind of exploring the world, kind of hitting the road, and then she managed to get tracked down by Forge, who is offering a way to get her powers back. I love the way that he was talking about it, talking about the heat wave going on in Texas. Like, man, it sure would be great if someone could just make it rain. And just like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then the revelation of who it was actually speaking those words. Can't wait to see how we pay that off as well. But yeah, man, visually, this episode was just stunning. And then going into the mental battle as they were invading Sinister's kind of lair at this decrepit little church, and just the gothic kind of just mind trip chaos that ensued as they were fighting her physically and Jean was fighting her on the outside. Really brilliant stuff. Like, the animation studio really went full gear in this episode, and it was just so fucking good, man. And the story is just very gripping. The emotion is all there. The character beats are all very strong, thought out, and they're just carrying over these threads that were left at the end of the show as well. It's not like they're pulling this out of nowhere either. A lot of this has already been set up, and we're kind of full circling a lot of these moments, especially with Nathan being taken away by Bishop into the future where he can be cured, thus becoming Cable, and then fulfilling that circle as well. You know, I don't know, man. It's just, there's a lot of really great stuff in this. And I do want to kind of backpedal on something here, you know, especially having watched this again, especially, it's way more noticeable in this episode more than the last ones. And maybe it was because there was a lot more intricate stuff going on in those last couple of episodes, but there was a metric fuck ton of 2D in this. There was still 3D models used for some of the character animations in the last one, but like going back through it, I was wrong. There is a vast majority, I would say an overwhelming majority, was actually 2D animated. You know, there's still some moments where they were utilizing 3D models for the characters themselves, not just complicated objects and stuff like they have in the past. There are a couple of moments, but it's not as much as I initially thought. And in this one, honestly, I can't tell you where any 3D was used personally. There was maybe like a moment here or there, but for the most part, this was all traditionally animated. I'll say it. I'll call it out. I'll call myself out. I really loved it, man. It was beautiful, beautiful, very intricate and very detailed work all the way through. And I loved what they did here, man. It was just so good. And I love that every character kind of got a moment in this also. Fantastic episode. This so far, 3 episodes in, this show is just firing on all cylinders. I absolutely am enthralled with it. And I think Adam over at Previewed said it best, you know, when I was watching him and Jay react to last week's set of episodes. This looks like when we were watching, and this kind of is, you can apply this to old school games as well. Like when you're a younger kid and you're getting into this stuff, and maybe, you know, looking back, some of these things are a little dated, like the animation's a little rough, but in our heads at that time, that was mind-blowing. And today, with technology and animation where it is, like what we saw in our mind when we were playing these games, when we were watching these shows, is now actually what is on the screen. Like Final Fantasy Rebirth, Remake, all that, that's what we envisioned in our heads when we were playing those games back in the day. That's not what was actually there, but that's what we were envisioning. And now it's there in front of us. And then you go back and you watch the animated series for X-Men, and, you know, yeah, you can see the cracks, you can see the flaws and all that kind of stuff. But in your head when you were a kid, your imagination filled in a lot of those gaps. And now with this, we're able to just see it how we saw it back then in our heads. I don't know. I'm really loving what they're doing here. There's not a single bit of this show so far that feels at all out of line with what we've had in the past. I'm glad that the vast majority of people seem to be loving the shit out of this, because I am absolutely adoring it myself. And I'm really excited to see where this season goes as a whole. That all said, what did you guys think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, York Coruscant, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Erik Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Justin Smith. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.